Are you still keeping your computer hostage just to keep a stream alive? Still listening to fans spin all night, watching your power bill climb, hoping your internet doesn't hiccup, your encoder doesn't choke, your software doesn't freeze, and your stream doesn't die while you're asleep? At that point, let's be honest, free isn't free anymore. Because when you stream manually with OBS or other local tools, you're not just paying with money. You're paying with your hardware, your electricity, your time, your stress, and the constant risk that one weak link kills the entire broadcast. And that's exactly why more creators and teams move to Gyre. Not because it sounds fancy, not because it's cloud and cloud sounds modern, but because technically, operationally, and practically, it removes the fragile parts of streaming that free setups force you to carry on your own shoulders. So let's break it down properly. Not in vague marketing language, in real technical terms. Let's start with the most obvious problem. OBS and most free manual solutions run on your local computer. That means your stream depends on the same machine you work on, edit on, browse on, update on, and accidentally overload. If you're streaming in higher quality, or doing anything long form, or especially trying to run continuous pre-recorded streams, that setup becomes a liability fast. Because now your CPU is busy, your RAM is busy, your GPU is busy, your storage is constantly being hit, and if you're doing anything else at the same time, you're competing with your own stream. So yes, technically you can run it locally, but the real question is, should you? Gyre removes that bottleneck by moving the streaming job off your local machine and onto a dedicated server. In Gyre's own materials, the subscription includes a dedicated server with its own disk space and IP address. That matters, because now your stream is no longer tied to your everyday computer or your local system load. That means no need to keep a separate PC running 24/7. No need to sacrifice your editing machine. No need to keep your workstation alive just to loop content. And no need to slowly cook your GPU and hard drive for a job that should not be happening on your desk in the first place. And that leads directly to the next point. A lot of people think stream stability is only about upload speed. It's not. A local stream can fail because of unstable internet, but also because of system overload, bad encoding settings, mismatched files, accidental shutdowns, OS updates, software crashes, or someone simply touching the wrong thing. That is the hidden tax of manual streaming. The whole chain is fragile. When you stream through Gyre, the infrastructure is built around streaming as a dedicated task, not as a side effect of your laptop surviving another night. Gyre positions this around dedicated servers, dedicated IPs, and server-side stream management instead of local machine dependency. Even more important, your own materials mention backup continuity logic. Backup stream can run alongside the main broadcast, and in the Live 2.0 flow, users can choose a primary streaming link or an alternative backup link to help ensure continuity. That changes the conversation. Now it's not, hope nothing breaks. It becomes, if something breaks, the system is already designed to reduce the damage. That is a massive difference, because once your stream starts generating watch time, recommendations, traffic, or revenue, instability is no longer a technical inconvenience. It's a business risk. And if your setup is fragile, every hour online is a gamble. OBS fans love saying, but OBS gives you full control. True. It also gives you full responsibility. You have to think through bitrate, resolution, encoder settings, stream keys, platform setup, start-stop logic, content order, compatibility, and often manual troubleshooting when something loops off. And the moment you move from one simple stream to repeated long streams, looped pre-recorded content, or multiple platforms, the setup stops being simple very quickly. Gyre strips out a lot of that manual friction. Its storage structure, playlists, and stream setup are designed around selecting prepared content, adding it to a stream, saving that configuration, and reusing it. The platform also lets you organize files, playlists, folders, and groups for channels or themes, instead of rebuilding everything from scratch every time. That sounds like a small quality of life thing. It isn't, because at scale, technical simplicity is reliability. If you have to remember 15 manual steps, one of them will be forgotten. If your system stores the structure once, your error rate drops dramatically. And that is what people underestimate about paid streaming infrastructure. You're not paying for buttons, you're paying to remove repeated failure opportunities. Here's another pain point local tools rarely solve well: platform integration. With manual setups, you're constantly copying keys, grabbing links, checking which stream belongs to what, and redoing parts of the workflow every time something changes. That's extra friction. Extra friction means extra mistakes. Extra mistakes mean downtime. Gyre's newer Live 2.0 workflow adds YouTube API channel connection and lets users set up broadcasting much more directly, creating broadcasts on the Gyre side and using that for faster setup and more remote management. That means less bouncing back and forth, less manual copy-paste work, less room to connect the wrong key to the wrong stream, less time spent doing clerical setup instead of actual content work. Gyre can create and reflect streams with matching title, description, tags, key, and access settings directly into YouTube, while still letting the user fine-tune certain details later, if needed. That's the right kind of automation, not automation that takes control away. Automation that removes repetitive setup while preserving the critical controls. And yes, if you still want manual mode, it's there, but the difference is choice. Now, let's talk about a part most people ignore until the stream starts buffering: file compliance and encoding consistency. This is where free workflows quietly fall apart. With OBS or homemade workflows, you can absolutely send video out, but the quality of that output depends on how well you prepared everything beforehand and how carefully you matched resolution, bitrate, frame rate, and other technical parameters. One mismatch can create interruptions. One wrong output assumption can introduce buffering. One mixed playlist can cause playback issues. If videos do not meet YouTube's technical recommendations, the platform may adjust them on the fly, which can lead to buffering or interruptions. Gyre checks uploaded files, warns about mismatches, and offers a built-in video converter to optimize them for streaming. There's even a clear validation layer in Live 2.0. Videos added to the stream are automatically checked, invalid items are flagged, and the save flow is blocked until those issues are resolved. That is exactly how a serious streaming system should behave. Not let the user break the stream and discover it live, but catch the problem before it becomes a viewer problem. And that has a direct effect on perceived quality, because viewers don't care whether the error came from a sample rate mismatch, a bitrate issue, a 4K file dropped into a 1080 workflow, or a badly prepared playlist. They just see lag, or stutter, or buffering, or they leave. So when someone says, why pay for Gyre if OBS is free? The technical answer is simple: because free software lets you stream. Gyre helps prevent you from streaming badly. Now let's talk about time, because this is where a lot of "I'll just use OBS" arguments collapse. People compare software prices, but they don't compare operational time. With a manual setup, you're checking settings, verifying files, confirming stream keys, testing whether the stream actually started, scheduling things manually, watching for failures, and often staying physically near the machine because you don't fully trust it. That is not automation. That is attendance. Gyre reduces that dramatically through saved stream configurations, playlists, storage structure, and scheduler logic. Built-in stream scheduler that allows creators to automate stream starts, stops, or both. Choose time zones and manage scheduled events from either stream settings or the scheduler calendar. That means you prepare once, then run repeatedly. Not because you're lazy, because repeated technical labor is stupid when it can be systemized. And this matters even more if you are managing several channels, several themes, or different audience windows across time zones. With manual tools, every extra stream adds more routine friction. With Gyre, the structure is built for repeated operations. So no, you're not just buying streaming. You're buying back time that would otherwise be wasted on setup, repetition, and supervision. This one is brutally simple. OBS is free, and when something breaks, congratulations, you now own the problem. You search Reddit, you search forums, you search YouTube, you test random fixes. You lose hours. Maybe you lose the stream. That might be acceptable for hobby use. It's a terrible model for serious creators, teams, or businesses. Gyre's materials repeatedly point users to a support chat for technical issues, plus a knowledge base, and they even ask for specific stream or server names to speed up troubleshooting. That tells you support is tied to actual operational cases, not just generic FAQ fluff. That matters because when your stream infrastructure is part of your growth strategy, support is not some bonus feature. It is part of system reliability. You are not only paying for the tool, you are paying for the ability to escalate issues instead of debugging your business alone at 2 a.m. And that is precisely where free loses its shine. Because free is wonderful right up until downtime costs more than the subscription ever would have. Finally, security and data reliability. A lot of creators think about security only in terms of passwords. That is too shallow. The real issue is operational exposure. With a local setup, your stream workflow depends on one physical machine, one local environment, one set of files, one local encoder state, and one human operating it. If that machine fails, if files get corrupted, if settings get lost, or if credentials are mishandled, recovery is slower and messier. Gyre already shows several technical signals of a more controlled environment. First, the stream runs from dedicated server infrastructure with its own disk space and IP. Second, the Live 2.0 workflow describes encrypted handling of stream key information in the UI, flags keys already in use, and supports authorized channel linking and unlinking. Third, your content and stream assets are stored in server-side storage rather than just sitting on one overworked local machine. Gyre reduces dependency on one local failure point. It centralizes stream assets on managed server infrastructure. It separates channel reputation through dedicated IP logic, and it handles stream credentials in a more structured way than a casual patchwork of local tools. That is already a meaningful upgrade in operational security. And honestly, that is what most users actually need. Not magical language, just fewer ways to lose control. So when someone says, "Why would I pay for Gyre if OBS is free?" Here's the answer. Because OBS is free software, Gyre is streaming infrastructure. OBS asks you to provide the computer, the uptime, the monitoring, the stability, the file prep, the troubleshooting, the platform handling, and the recovery plan. Gyre takes a huge part of that technical burden off your plate. So yes, you can keep paying with electricity. You can keep paying with hardware wear. You can keep paying with anxiety. You can keep paying with sleepless nights, failed restarts, broken streams, and the lovely soundtrack of your fans running 24/7. Or you can pay for a system that was actually built for the job. If you care about stable, long-running streams, simpler setup, less manual maintenance, better file handling, safer operations, and a workflow that scales beyond one tired computer, Gyre is the smarter technical choice. Stop burning your GPU for a task the cloud should handle. Stop babysitting streams that should already be automated. Stop treating free like it has no cost. Choose the setup that lets you sleep while your content keeps working. Use Gyre and let streaming run like infrastructure, not like a nightly emergency. Plus, Gyre operates within YouTube's rules. We're partners and included in the recommended services catalog for streaming, so you can trust it won't jeopardize your channel.
Learn more about Gyre in the following videos. See you there.